Thank you, Pat. Well, type 1 diabetes, it's a disease that as many as 3 million Americans live with every single day. They're dependent on insulin shots or continuous insulin pumps to regulate their body's sugar levels. Each day, about 80 Americans are diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Now, this disease was once called juvenile diabetes, but there are now more adults living with type 1. In fact, about 85% of those with type 1 are currently adults. Type 1 diabetes accounts for nearly $15 billion in healthcare costs in the United States each year. Here to tell us more is Ryan Harkins. He is on the board of the Eastern PA chapter of JDRF, and his daughter has the disease. Thanks for being here with us, Ryan. And you mentioned that you're just a dad living with this every day, and that's what got you involved. Can you tell me about your daughter, Evelyn?
Yeah, Evelyn was diagnosed 2 years ago when she was 4. Type 1 diabetes is a very heavy burden for anyone, particularly for younger children. We're all really proud of Evelyn. Her day is different than days are for most children. She has to continuously monitor her blood glucose and her activity levels and the amount of carbohydrates she consumes, because we have to calculate the appropriate amount of insulin she needs.
And she wears an insulin pump throughout the day?
She does. She wears an insulin pump. She wears a continuous glucose monitor, both of which are incredible technologies that we wouldn't have today without JDRF.
And you mentioned that statistic, 85% of adults are now actually adults, and that's because it used to be a much more fatal disease, and now...
That's exactly right. Because of these breakthrough technologies, people can live long, full lives with type 1 diabetes. My daughter proves every day that the disease is not going to prevent her from, being just like everyone else.
Right.
But with that being said, we want to cure it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, have a normal life for these children that are living with this kind of disease. Now, type 1 is not caused by diet or lifestyle. Doctors are not sure what causes it, but there is hope on the horizon, promoting your slogan to turn type 1 into type none. So can you tell me what JDRF is doing to kind of move things along? Absolutely.
JDRF is a phenomenal charitable organization. It's the largest source of funding for type 1 diabetes research in the world. The progress that is being made is it's incredible. Just 2 weeks ago, scientists at Harvard University announced a major breakthrough. They're going to be able to create insulin-producing cells from stem cells. So there are some really exciting things on the horizon, and there's a lot of work to be done. A lot of money is needed to push these programs forward, and so JDRF is committed to doing that, but it needs help from all of us.
Absolutely, and one way you do that is with the JDRF One Walk, and that is this coming Sunday. So tell me about that.
That's exactly right. The One Walk is the most important fundraising event for JDRF each year. These walks are held around the country. The Philadelphia Walk is this Sunday. It's at the Art Museum. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful opportunity for the community to get out and support children, adults, and families living with type 1 diabetes. In addition to providing that emotional support, we would love for people to consider making a financial donation, because again, there's a lot of work to be done, and JDRF needs those research funds.
Right, they need the money for little girls like your Evelyn, and if you can't get out there and walk, as Ryan said, definitely consider making a donation. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And best wishes to you and your daughter. And for more on the JDRF One Walk and type 1 diabetes in general, you can go to cbsphilly.com and click on Talk Philly. We'll be right back.